I want to preface this commentary by saying I'm not seeing what a lot of you guys are seeing in regards to the new matchmaking system within Black Ops 7. I'm not running into high pings. This gameplay, for example, is a 2 ping. I'm on a 2 ping. I'm practically down the street from the server. Like, I'm not having any sorts of issues as far as ping and connections are concerned. I think the highest ping that I have seen since the update was like a 30. And if you're like my buddy Decoy, who lives out in the middle of nowhere, Canada, the best he gets is like 30. So I'm sitting here practically on top of the server, enjoying myself. I rarely run into any sort of high pings. And when I'm saying high pings, I'm talking about 30. That's not high. That's incredibly playable. I'm also not getting a ton of sweaty lobbies. In my experience, I have been playing a wide variety of people. I've had a wide variety of people on my team. I've had a wide variety of people on the other team. I've had games that are easy, complete blowouts where we just decimate the other team. I've had games where my team has been blown out and I'm not doing well. It's just is what it is. And I've had very close games where it comes down to just 1 or 2 points. Like, it is a wide variety of matches. I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing as far as it's really sweaty, it feels like I'm playing CDL every day. I'm not seeing it. That said, it's not just the grifters saying they're running into these problems. It is a wide variety of people, and a lot of people that I respect who are saying that they are running into connection issues, they are running into long queue times, they're running into constant sweaty lobbies, it never feels like they get a break. And again, while I'm not having those problems, a lot of people I respect are, and they have been complaining about it on Twitter. So I've been sitting here waiting for Call of Duty to officially make a response, because when it's not just a small amount of people who are just complaining about COD because that's all they do, it's everyone, or at least a large chunk of people complaining about a thing, I expect that Call of Duty is going to be transparent. And I'm not talking about that BS clarification post that they made about the new matchmaking system the day before it came out. I'm not talking about that. That was nothing but corporate speak nonsense. Call of Duty as a company would have been better off not saying anything at all than posting that nonsense. That sucked. I hated reading it. It made no sense. It was actually more confusing than the original post. So Call of Duty, you need to do better when you post things to the community. We are not your shareholders. You do not need to sell us on your weird ideas. I don't care about corporate speak. I don't work in the corporate world. I want you to be upfront and honest and clear. None of this corporate nonsense. Never do that again. So if we all agree that that doesn't count, they have been completely silent on the subject. They dropped it. They dropped season 5 and then they dipped. They have said nothing since then, and I have a serious problem with that. Call of Duty is at a very crucial crossroads, okay? It's either going to be revived with Modern Warfare 4 and the Black Ops ports, or it's going to die with Black Ops 7 and BS communications. You made a post comparing the new matchmaking system to Black Ops and Black Ops 2. You didn't say it was classic. You didn't say this is classic matchmaking. You said it was inspired by those games, so people automatically assume it's going to be something close to those games. And even if I don't have a problem with how it plays, if I don't have a problem with connections, if I don't have a problem with a lot of things, that is irrelevant because you compared it to Black Ops and Black Ops 2, and it's like neither of those games. It is a completely new system. It feels completely jarring. If you're gonna sit there and try to compare it to those two games, it's nothing like those games. I have seen the queue times for some people. My location might be allowing me to get faster queue times than some of you, but I've seen some of your queue times, 40 plus seconds, people in the 2-minute mark. What are we talking about here? Don't compare this to Black Ops and Black Ops 2. If anything, it feels similar to open matchmaking, but the lobbies seem to disband quite often. I don't know if it happens all the time, because it does, for me, feel like sometimes the game ends and I'm very quickly in another match and there's a lot of the same people in there. So I don't know if it's always disbanding, but I have seen it disband a lot more more than open matchmaking. So it's far more like open matchmaking than it is anything Black Ops and Black Ops 2. My biggest gripe is with the communication surrounding this matchmaking system. If you just said, hey, we're gonna be testing a new matchmaking system, it's an evolution of open matchmaking, I think everyone would have been a little bit more on board with the idea. But if you come out and say, hey, it's like Black Ops and Black Ops 2, we're taking inspiration, and then you put this out, I mean, again, my games haven't felt terrible, and my lobbies have been varied, but this is nothing like what you said it was going to be. Nothing like it. I expected something on Monday. I expected you to say something a day ago, and I'm sitting here still waiting for you to say something on Tuesday. It's 3:20 right now, and you said nothing. Heck, the last thing you posted was on the 24th, and it was about Kill Block being available to play at the Esports World Cup in Paris. No one cared about that on the 24th. You announced a new matchmaking system, dropped it, everyone said, hey, this doesn't feel like you thought it was gonna feel, and then you didn't say anything on Friday. A whole weekend goes by. Your mentions have to be filled with messages about this. You have to be seeing it, and then Monday rolls around and you said nothing. Not a word, nada. Zilch. And now it's Tuesday and nothing, nada, zilch. I hope I post this video and it ages super badly. You guys just come out and say, hey, we're reverting back to open matchmaking, or hey, we released an update, go try out the new update for the matchmaking system. We tweaked some things. Oh, the lobbies aren't disbanding anymore, which is something I genuinely have a problem with. Oh, it doesn't take as long to find a lobby anymore. We fixed that, go play. Like, I want something. I hope that you post something, but at this point, I'm expecting nothing, because that's what you're showing. I get on YouTube and I sit there and I praise you for your recent communication and listening to the community, and then something big happens that you caused. You could have just left it alone. You could have just let open matchmaking exist forever, because no one was really complaining about it anymore. It just is what it is, and people were having a relatively good time with it. You could have said open matchmaking in Modern Warfare 4 and people would have been like, oh, okay, cool. We know what that's like. It's not as skill-based matchmaking heavy as the prior modern games, which is what people were complaining about. So, hey, it would have been the easiest win just to do that, but you shot yourselves in the foot. Why would you do that? I can sit here and criticize the community for not understanding how skill-based matchmaking works or how it's been in the games forever. I can sit here and criticize them for making a mountain out of a molehill, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna not communicate to your player base properly about your games, you're causing this problem. You're making it worse. You're allowing the grifters to grift because you're not communicating properly. You're using the wrong terms. You're posting clarifications using PR speak, and then when people actually have problems, you go silent? Call of Duty, you need to be better. You need to do better. You cannot do this, especially when the whole franchise's future hangs in the balance. Guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Want to thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.